Two authors coming together to make marketing our books fun enough that we actually do it. Join us on Twitch or YouTube 3 times a week to see how it's done, and please do join our community to get your own bingo cards and many other perks. Let's get started. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning. How are you?
I am doing okay. I am
I'm
back.
loving your bouncy hair.
Okay, don't tell anyone on my long hair YouTube channel because they don't know yet that I cut it all off. I am back in Maryland for a little visit, which has been an emotional roller coaster because I miss all of my friends here so much and I don't want to go.
That's hard.
It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, and a lot harder than my husband thought it was going to be, because he goes sailing with his dad once a year in the Chesapeake Bay, and he was like, oh, this year let's bring the whole family down and we'll have a week of seeing all of our old friends and hanging out in Maryland, and then I'll go sailing. I have been like crying for 4 days straight because I really miss my life here. Very emotional.
You know, it is emotional, but it's also good to acknowledge it, right? And, you know, I say this too much, but it's something that goes into books, right? Real life, real emotion.
That is true. My books get better as I get older because I have real world experience.
Oh, please. When you're young, you have tons of emotional experience. You know how to process them.
Good point. But it is interesting to see the ways that real life shows up in books, because it can be something where the actual experience is very different, and yet the emotions that are being drawn from are the same. And I do find it fascinating to look at how my work evolves and changes over the years, and the questions and the emotions that I find the most interesting. Like the book that I'm working on now has so much about end of life, about losing your independence, losing the things that you had. And I think it's, my midlife crisis coming out.
You know, I think those are all things that everybody deals with or doesn't deal with, right? And so that's why they're always such strong book components, because sometimes you just rather deal with it in a comedic novel than in, or, like one of those Oprah novels where everybody, almost dies and somebody survives with a flower that's going to die in a second or something. It's like whatever your experience is to help you process.
It's funny because I'm working on multiple books right now that have wildly different tones.
Oh my goodness, when did that happen?
Well, first I thought, to do this TikTok challenge, I want something that I have not promoted before, that's new, that has the quality that like romance readers on TikTok are looking for. And so I worked on a novella that, hi buddy, that's very creepy. Wow.
What? It's a creeper.
It is a creeper, so appropriate. It's getting closer to me. So it has like that rom-com fun banter feel to it, and it's like 100 pages. And then I'm working on this massive book with multiple subplots that is way bigger than anything I've taken on before, that takes place in a nursing home that has, residents dealing with losing memory, losing their lives, losing their independence, like all of this found family subplots of people dealing with those difficult issues. So very, very, very different tones, different sizes, different scopes. Although, me being me, I realized that even the rom-com one, like the climax gets into very angsty, emotional stuff.
I have that trouble too. It's like, I want this to be funny. I mean, and I can make it funny, but still there's too much sad. So, I don't know. It's like That's what it is, right? So,
So that one is done, but I want to do another novella to, keep it going.
You got that done? I know you said you did 30,000 words. How many have you done since I talked to you last?
I don't know.
So you've been like in a writing.
I've been in a writing
maelstrom.
It is where, bipolar mania kind of feel to it. I don't have bipolar, but I have I get into those grooves of I do nothing but this for a long period of time. So yeah, I was writing every day, all day for several days in a row, which was quite a luxury to be able to do.
It's nice.
Yeah. I wanted to get the novella done for August 1st and start the TikTok 30-day posting challenge August 1st. That didn't happen, but I posted August 3rd, and I will show off some results whenever is a good time. So I don't know if you want to do that now.
No, but you'll be doing that in your TikTok challenge.
True.
So I'm excited about that. Do you want to show your results on that? Because that is the coolest thing.
Yes.
Oh, wait, did you get your 5 squares?
So what I did for my squares was preparation for this challenge. So basically, I didn't look at it super closely, but yes, it was I'm going to create this many videos of this type and this many videos of this type, and
But you have posted things because you've got results.
I started posting every day, and I have almost everything is scheduled and decided on. So yeah, and it's working well enough that I'm going to try to keep doing this for as long as I can and just reuse the same formats and make 30 pieces of content for the next story.
I like the idea of a challenge, right? I think that would be fun to do with members.
Yes.
Maybe a 30-day challenge is a lot. Maybe a 7-day challenge could be a good thing, but 30 days really stretches you. So do you have 30 days of content for this one book?
I think I'm at 25 days of content for this one book.
And you wrote a lot. I mean, that's yes. Where are the fireworks? We have the fireworks.
If I burn out on this, but
okay. So I hear the word burnout, and it's yes, we do want to prevent that. But again, you just got
it's so fun right now. So
exactly, you're having fun and you're keeping track. So you don't have to keep this pace up, right?
Right.
That is not necessary.
This is to see what happens. So this is
can I ask you, do you have a professional TikTok? I forget what they call it, but you don't just have a regular TikTok. Okay.
I don't, because I want to be able to see all the analytics, which does limit me somewhat on the sounds that I'm allowed to use, because it's this is a commercial sound and this isn't, and things like that.
Yeah, I know. They will notice it on YouTube where they're you can't use that music. And I'm
yeah.
I uploaded that music from you 10 years ago. Why is it suddenly verboten? But I don't.
And let me see if I can also just go to my profile. No, that's not how that works. So this is an account that I have had for a while. So it does have 1,200 followers. So not nothing. But I hadn't been posting very regularly for a while. I changed up this link. So this is specifically to this one book. And I have all the different all the different Kindle things, so it should be nice and direct for people to get to it fairly easily. And you can kind of see all these scheduled things, so you can see the dates on these. These have not been posted yet. These are the ones that have been posted.
Oh my God, though. That means you've won your week for 5 weeks.
So the very first day was this cover reveal. It's got 57 views, and I was like, oh, that's kind of disappointing. I don't know. And then the next day it's 14 views, and I was like, oh no, this isn't working at all. And then I do one of these quote ones.
Like before, I can see that you're sure you can.
Okay, I need to turn that off because that is gonna make us not. They're gonna limit us or something. I like that song though. This is a very winning format. It's a screenshot from the book, and it has these little highlights and circles to kind of draw your eye to the right places. And people freaking love these things.
Now, how did you do the highlights?
I will show you my Canva template
You
that I
did it
have.
in the Canva template. Oh my God.
And then so you can see again, like this one is not a quote, but it's like a hook, like a this is why you might like this book kind of thing. This was 3 reasons why you'll binge this book. Again, not very many views. Okay. Once again, the quote one, 844. So even better than the 696. So
Wasn't that funny?
So I have a few more of those scheduled, and I might need to schedule even more of them because
I'm definitely stealing this idea from you.
I saw it on somebody else's, and I said, "Oh, this is a format I'm seeing a lot with authors. I'm going to try it." And
yeah, I've seen it too, and it's got those invisible things. Like you have to pick exactly the right quote, but like you said, you put it in a Canva template, and then it's right? The question is just picking the right size of quote. And I like that it looks like it's on a page. So as a reader, I mean, I'm just speculating wildly as to why readers might like it. And I'm thinking it has that feel of actually looking inside the book. You see the author's style of writing. You see,
yeah, you got a real teaser.
Is it professionally formatted?
Yes. And you get a real sense of, is this a book that appeals to me? Because you pick those quotes, those moments that are good.
You picked that moment, the one that I saw of yours, you picked a moment where the 2 characters are interacting. So you see that
the banter, the chemistry. TikTok loves banter. So if your book has any whatsoever, definitely highlight that.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. So that I'm so excited for you. When you said you had written, 30,000 words, I was super excited for you because that feels so good. And you were having a little bit of struggle with that.
Yeah.
Let's get back to
I thought it was going to be, honestly, which is kind of, I don't know. I guess
the one question I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
Did you see any difference in sales?
That's true. I will pull up that page as well. I'm doing all this challenge to be able to put together a YouTube video for our channel where I can show this is what I did for my 30-day TikTok challenge. So I am going to be sharing the Canva templates and some of the chat prompts that I use to find like good hooks and sounds and stuff like that. So I'm going to share everything. But it's basically like, this is just a rectangle that I changed the transparency on. And then you can kind of look up these different marks that are like if you're literally marking up a book. And then I put this like random video in the background that's just simple, and kind of has to do with the book because a lot of it takes place in her brother's house. And so the kitchen and the living room are very frequent appearances. So I just put a living room in the background. And so again, I published this book and started posting on TikTok on August 3rd. It is now August 9th. I have $90 of royalties. That's not all from that book, but a lot of it is. And you can see this big jump here of like my Kindle Unlimited page reads were going up, but now they're going up even more.
Yeah.
So,
and if you don't do something, they will go down, right? So this is extra good.
Once again, I forget to share the tab that I'm actually speaking about.
Oh, I thought you were just going to tell us, which I thought was perfectly fine.
I am going to share the tab. So, yeah, like 1 week in, $90 in royalties, 8,000 page views. And this is the graph where you can see like, I was enjoying this spike in page reads, but here's an even bigger spike at the end here.
Another spike.
Today, so it's starting
first week of your challenge, basically, right? So it'll be very curious to see as you do this 30-day challenge, on this, focusing on this one book, what are the results?
Yep, it's every single day is posting about the same book, and I think so far it's working well enough that I think I will do the same thing next month with another book, and then take all these TikTok videos and put them on Pinterest and YouTube and Instagram because I have all the content right now. I'm testing it by putting it only on TikTok, but next month I can spread it out to other places.
It is a good way to test it, and some things might do better one place than they do in others.
That
There's
I
really
find
no
that
way
a
of
lot.
knowing.
Yeah. And let me see.
So my exciting news for this week. So I did get my fill in all my squares, but I did it in ads because I just took out some, like I took out from written word media. I did a couple of ads. I posted in Kobo, very low level, not expensive ads, just to get some stuff because my son is going to be doing my social media for the next 3 months. And I had to give him some targets, like what do we want to do? And so I have a free book that begins my historical romance series. So he's going to be focusing on that. And our strategy is not fully mapped out because but that's our beginning thing. So like I'm really curious to see how this is going to go with
I'm gonna send you over all the stuff so that he can like use my template and yeah.
that would be amazing. But it's interesting to think about just moving that one book and then working on improving the descriptions and getting the conversion rates for the rest of the series to go, because my conversion rates are not that great through the series, and I want to improve them. And I also I have all this stuff I want to do, right? Like making better descriptions and doing the A+ content on, and also testing what actually are readers, what actually draws readers to each book. Because I have my own idea, but I'm the author. It's been a long time since I wrote them. There's a whole new breed of readers, like you pointed out with your thing. So that's kind of what we're doing, which is really exciting. And it was really exciting.
What a normal conversion rate through a series is that you think yours is not good enough?
Oh my gosh, you're just like my husband. So that's the other side of this. So my husband is going to be doing like the overview overlook of the data. So I'm using Author Helper System. I don't know if anybody knows about it.
Never heard of that.
It's a wonderful dashboard. I won't share it today, but I'll share it a different time to show you. It basically does your analytics. And it's they started out doing reader links to try and then gradually they realized authors really need to see, like, when you do this promotion, is there a correlation to sales? And you can map all of that stuff out. Like you can map out your Facebook ads, and so you have to download your data, and then they upload it into this system, and then it shows you. So I did that last year, but I haven't fully used the site yet, but I was showing my husband, and he's like, yes, this is what we can do. And I can see all the different things I need to see. So he and my son are going to talk about those kinds of things like conversion rate. And I will be like, okay, we're trying to do a better conversion rate here to here. Let me go look at the description. And we're going to use a lot of AI. So this is kind of what we've landed on as a thing. And I'm really excited about it, but it's been so hard to get the stuff out of my head into a structure that someone else can use independently.
Oh, the curse of being a creative.
Well, and then the thing is, like, where do you set the benchmarks? Like you ask about what's a good conversion rate. And so one of the things, because I've done a lot of study on this, and one of the things about conversion rate is like when you're converting from a free book to a paid book that's like $5.99, right?
Yeah.
You can't expect more than 1 or 2%. If you're doing better than that, you're breaking the average. So my husband is sitting down saying, okay, so if your book gives you this much profit, this is how much you can spend on it, and you have this amount of conversion, this is how much you can spend on an ad. Which is something, when I do that, it falls right out of my brain when I'm doing the other side of it, right? And it squeezes my creativity. I don't love it. So I don't want to squeeze my creativity. So the two of them will enjoy that.
Have them to do that.
A nice game for my son, but I can still do the other thing. And the other thing I decided to have him do is send out pitches for me to be on podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I sit down with AI and I'm like, oh yeah, I could pitch this person. And then I don't do it. But it's like, he's got no emotional skin in the game. He's like, okay, I have to send out 5 pitches. Okay, done, right?
Yeah.
That's not the way it works for me.
That's perfect that you have these people on your team to, I think authors and creatives hate looking at the numbers, like how much can I spend on ads based on how much conversion and how many sales, the ROI on it and all that.
So what got me there was burnout and necessity. So I'm really burned out, which is why I'm not getting the stuff done that I know I need to get done. And I really want to spend the next few months being able to write without feeling that have I done my stuff. So, and I still plan to do my bingo card, right? It might be that, I pass off like the complex ones to my son, but really I feel like, I can handle a little social media interaction, right? Or, decide, okay, I'm going to do this ad or something, because he'll handle my Facebook ads, but he will not handle that other stuff. Like he won't go into the retailers and ask. So Kobo is doing this major series push to libraries and librarians. So I put my one series in for that, and I'm like, I've never seen them do this before. They could have, and I could have missed it, because I go in like since we've been doing this, I go in way more often to see what Kobo is offering. I hate seeing the declines, but I love seeing the acceptances. But I mean,
you're publishing directly with them. You're not going through Draft or Digital, right?
No, I'm not going through Draft or Digital with them.
Okay, so I have not done direct with them, so I haven't seen these kind of perks.
So the thing with Kobo is that they actually can push your books out to Overdrive directly. So you have to be pushing your book out to Overdrive directly. So, for them, this is a good outreach. I don't know if anything will come of it, but, it's like, try things, right? And they make it pretty easy to try them. So that's nice. There's other things that I want to reach out and do, that I feel better now that I'm like, my son's going to come over and we're going to have a big session on Monday. So I can explain this stuff to him, but he just sent me a notice to go look at something he did in Canva. So we're already starting. It's going so much slower than I want it to go, though.
Yeah.
It's like,
and
it's because it's stuck in my head, but I'm doing better. It's really, I'm getting it out there. And I feel by the end of the couple of months, I'm going to be thinking differently. And
while you're on vacation, do you think you can basically just put on the blinders and do writing when you're not off?
I think I'll be acting like CEO. Like I might have to make some high level decisions. Like say, we're trying a couple different TikTok styles and one's not working, but I think maybe it's not working because we're not hitting on the right piece for a reader. That would be my thing to say, okay, let's switch it up a little bit this way. And then, but he's going to have access to my books and to my AI. And
I hope you come back creatively refreshed and ready to just tell your stories.
So I feel like when he's doing this part, I will be getting data. And I think data is really important. I love the way you show your data. Mine is still so messy. I can't show it because it doesn't make any sense, right? It's not connected to anything. Like never mind. I'm not going to go there because I do have to go. But I feel excited about the potential. And I had to tell you, when you told me about how you saw the difference in just those little quote things, like, because like you said, the first one you did, it's like, that's not very many. Then it went down and then it went up and then it kept, so it's like you found the thing, right? And that's what data can help you. Because if you don't have the data,
that's what I
found the thing.
That's what I kept telling myself about this TikTok challenge. It's not about whether it works or not. It's getting data. That is the purpose. It's to see and test and try things and then know the data. So
yeah, and I mean, in the long run, if you keep doing stuff, I mean, it's the whole point of the game. If you keep doing stuff, you're going to get the data that tells you what you need to do. So I'm actually going to try and have a couple months where I actually prove it out, and it's not going to rely on me being so burnt out and still trying to get all this stuff done. All right.
On that note, we are off to do family things. So I will keep working on making a video about this TikTok challenge to share more with everybody. And I will send you some links early so that you can have your son making these TikToks.
Yeah, no, he will love that. And if we can see anything that's going, obviously we're going to share back. So this is so cool.